Hey guys, Danielle here. I'm doing a solo playthrough of Dice Hospital ER Emergency Roll. This is a new roll and write, and it is solo friendly, so definitely excited to show this game to you guys if you haven't seen it before. I have this set up all ready to go. There's two sheets here. The left side will be mine as the player, and then the right side will be Alicat. That's what they call the AI. You may hear me refer to it more as AI than its name within the rule book. And right now the first player will always go first, so it has the chief physician card, so that's the first player marker. And then you'll see here 4 cards on the top left, 2 cardiologist cards, 1 epidemiologist, I cannot say that word, so this card here, and then a radiologist card. Those are kind of like the goals that we have to gain extra points in this game. So we have this cardiologist, which says basically you get 5 points if you are able to fill out all 7 wards at the starting beds. So you have to start from filling out this section, starting from this side, the beginning of each ward, before you can fill in the rest, and you have to fill them in from left to right, basically. Left to right of the wards, basically. And then we have the cardiologist. To get the 5 extra points, I would have to get 5 blood bags. And for me to even get the points on the cardiologist cards, I have to get both of them. I have to fulfill both of those to get those 10 points. And then for this one says you have, let me just double check here. I don't want to misread it. So let's just say it says score 3 points for each patient in your largest single connected group of patients with matching values, ignoring the walls. So if I had the number 3 across all the different wards that are adjacent to each other, I get 3 points for each patient in the largest single connected group of patients. And you ignore the darker walls. So that's that one. And then we have the radiologist. So radiologist says you score 2 points for each patient valued 4, 5, or 6 adjacent to an X-ray lab. So X-ray labs are here. So if you actually have a patient with values 4 through 6 adjacent to any of these 2 symbols, you get 2 points for each of those. So that's something to keep in mind at the end of the game. Alright, and then we have the ambulance cards here. And this is where you'll do some bonus activity with your dice. And I'll go through that as we play the game. I have 3 dice here on the side, and then I did laminate these sheets, so I'll be using a dry erase marker. Before we started, I did shuffle this deck, and then I removed 3 cards. And that's how you would play a 2-player game, and so that is how I'll be playing my game. So let's get started here. I am going to roll my dice, so let's roll. Alright, and you just place them under the color ambulance, and I will go first. So the idea of this is that you might want to choose lower numbers in the beginning of the game, because you have to put them in ascending order as you complete the wards. So say this is 1 ward, and then I have to fill in ascending order. Obviously I could skip numbers, but just keep that in mind. So the lower the better when you first start the game. Okay, so I think I will choose the number 2, yellow, and that is the nurse icon. And that nurse icon, what that does, I would have to cross out the nurse icon attached to the ward in which I admit the patient, and then circle the next space on the nurse's track. So the nurse's track is here, and then at the end of the game, I'll be able to gain the points of the largest circled value in the nurse's track. So that's something that I'll be able to do at the scoring. So I will choose the number 2, nurses. So I'll definitely want to mark this one, because actually maybe not that one. So grays mean you could put any colored die there, or any colored patient. So maybe I will start there with number 2. And then at the end of that ward, you'll just follow along. You'll cross out that nurse. And if you cross out that nurse, you can circle one of the nurses on a nurse's track. Now it is the AI's turn. And they will automatically always choose the lowest die. So they will choose the green one. So the green one is going to go in the leftmost ward in a bed that it can fulfill first from left to right. So it's going to be able to fill this one out here. Oh, also part of the setup is that you circle 2 of the nurses track on the AI sheet. So we'll do that right now. So do we have an exclamation point, which means critical. So critical patient means write an exclamation point next to the patient value. So we'll just put an exclamation point right here. And that's all it is. At the end of the game, typically we would score on all the values added up that has a exclamation point. So that is 1 round. We'll switch the first player marker to the AI. Remove the top card, and then we'll re-roll the dice. We'll put them according to the color. Now the AI will go first. It will always choose the lowest number, and in this case it's the yellow 2, and it's going to do a screen action after. So the yellow 2 will first be able to be written here. So we'll put the number 2 there, and then there's a screen. A screen action means circle the last patient in any ward, and the next patient in that ward can have any value. So say you have an instance that you're already at number 6 here. You can't really write any other numbers here unless you're the AI, because the AI actually could write a number that's the same or higher as what's already in the ward. But as a player, I would need to put a 7 or an 8, and there's no such thing when you roll a dice, d6 at least. So in order to kind of reset this track, you could use a screen bonus action. So if you have the screen, you could circle the 6, and then you could write any number afterwards. You could start back at 1 if you wanted to. So that's the reasoning behind using that one. So we'll put the number 2 there, and then the screen, I guess there's no other option to put it really. I could circle the 1, but it's not as fruitful for the AI unless it was a higher number, even if it's just a 2. So we'll do that. And I guess I think I will choose the 3 for the sake of just possibly completing this ward early. So we'll complete number 3, and it will gain 2 stethoscopes. So these stethoscopes will allow me to cross 1 off and increase or decrease the value of a chosen die by 1. Keeping in mind that 1 doesn't wrap around to 6, and 6 doesn't wrap around to 1. So that is my action. Alright, so back to me being first, and we'll roll the dice. And we'll just continue here. I will go first, and I will definitely choose a blood bag, because my goal is to get 4 blood bags. So let's try to do that. I will want to write the number 1 here in the 1. So obviously the color has to match the die. So I have to write the number in that color. So I have a 1, and then I gain a blood bag. So that's what I chose. The AI is going to choose the yellow 1, and it's going to be able to write it here. And because this number 2 was circled and screened, it gets to start over. And this is the first available spot where it can start. Actually, no. Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. These walls sometimes confuse me, but this is correct. And we get to screen again. That's that action. So I will just screen this one. It's kind of pointless, but it is what it is. All right, the AI will do that. And then we take the next turn. All right, and then AI will choose the yellow 1. And the yellow 1 will have to go here. It's being put in a gray box, but it's the first available spot it can go in. And then this bonus action means that we can write an extra, admit an extra patient to a ward with a value of 1 or 2. The AI always tries to put the lower number of the 2 that's presented. So it's going to be a number 1 red. So it's going to admit it here. Number 1. So we got to put 2 patients into a bed this turn. All right, back to me. And we'll roll. Okay, some high numbers here. think we'll want to go for the 2 yellow. And I'm gonna actually put it here in the gray box, in the gray bed. Cross off the nurse belonging to that ward. Circle this nurse. So I've chosen the yellow. So now the AI will get to choose between the 4 and the 6, and they'll always choose the 4. The first available one is here, and it's gonna screen, and they'll circle this number. Hopefully you're following along. Ooh, all 3's here. So in this instance, I believe the AI will always choose the one on the left. So when they're choosing a die, they will choose the leftmost die among the tied dice. So they're going to choose the red one. So where they can put the red here, that's the first available spot. And they're going to screen again. Now it's my turn. And I'll put the yellow 3 somewhere. I guess I'll go here. And then I get to put a green 5 or 6 somewhere as well. So I'll put a green 5 here in this gray box. Alright, my turn to go first. Okay. You know, I do like the idea of this exclamation point. So I think I'll choose the 4 and I'll put it here. And I'll put an exclamation point on it. AI will choose this yellow 5 and it will put it here. And it is the nurse's icon, so it's going to cross off that nurse and circle the nurse on the nurse track. Okay, AI will choose the number 2 yellow die. It's gonna go looks like it's gonna go right here, and it's gonna have an exclamation point on it. Then I will choose the number 3, I think, and then I'll be able to screen this, and this next box will be any number. I'll be first this turn. I'll choose the yellow 1 and I'll put it here, and I'll gain 2 stethoscopes because of those 2 icons. AI will choose the number 5 green, and it's gonna go here. It's gonna cross off the nurse icon, circle here. Oops, that was a 1. Okay, so AI will choose a 1 red, which will go right here. And that means it's gonna get 5 points at the end of the game. And it's gonna gain a blood bag because of that action here. So when it completes a ward, let me see if anything special happens. Okay, so when Alley Cat or the AI completes a ward, they get to score 5 points on one of these cardiologists, and I have to discard one of these cards so that I can't actually get to it. So I think I will discard this one. So that's discarded. And then now this one is the only one that's available to me. So it's going to get 5 points for that. I guess I should make a note of that somewhere. I'm not sure how. Maybe I'll put a 5 here. Okay. All right. And then I will make my choice here. I will decide to take the 2 green, put it here, and I'll put an exclamation point. Okay. Ooh, high numbers. Well, I guess I'll put the 5 here. And I'll complete that one. So I'll get 5 points at the end, but I do also gain a blood bag from the ambulance. AI will choose a green 5. And where's that gonna go? Let's see. It's gonna go here, I guess. And that means it completes its second ward, which means it will get this 5 points as well. So unfortunately, it takes both of them. So I'll put +5 there. Alright. And it's gonna cross off that nurse and then gain a nurse. Okay, we have a 1, 2, and 5. AI is going to choose the 1 yellow. The 1 yellow will be filled out on... Looks like none of these will work. So let's see. It can use a stethoscope to make it into a 2. And in that case, it will only work here because I could fill in the same number. So I use a stethoscope to do that. Now it's my turn, and I'm going to choose... I'll choose a green 2. I'll put it right here. And I'll get to place a red 5 or 6 patient somewhere. And I'm going to use a blood bag to ignore the color and put the number 5 here. So that's what I'll do for that turn. So blood bags can change color if you wanted it to. Alright, we have a 1, 6, and a 5. And I will choose... the 1 yellow, but I'll use a stethoscope to make it a 2 so I could put it here. And I will circle something, and I will circle this 3. Alright. And then the AI will choose the number 5 in this red, and that will go here. And it's going to gain 2 stethoscopes. Ooh, all 5s here. It's going to choose the 5 red. Gonna go here, and it's gonna put an exclamation point on it. And then I'm going to choose a 5 yellow. I complete that one, and that will give me 1 blood bag. And I'll be going first. Okay. Getting tricky here. I think I'll start... I'll choose the 5. No, I think... Decisions. I will... I'll put the 5 here, and I'll gain 2 stethoscopes. And the AI will choose the 1 green. And it can't put the 1 green anywhere, I don't think. So it's gonna try to use a stethoscope and make it into a 2. And still nothing, I don't think. So maybe we have to just change the color. But all of these are high numbers, so I don't think so. So the highest number this could be is a 3. And the 3 can only go here if it uses a blood bag. So I guess I'll put that. Use both these stethoscopes to change the 1 green to a 3 and change this to a yellow. And it will complete that. Alright, I hope I played that part right. I'm trying to be more intuitive with the AI. Okay, so the AI will go first. Let's see, so we have a 4, 5, 6. AI will choose the red 4. which you can't go anywhere with that. So it's gonna choose yeah, so it's gonna have to choose another die. Let's choose the 5 and it'll go right here and it's gonna gain a blood bag. So that's what it chose. Maybe I can use the 4. Use the 4 here, and I'll gain the nurse at the end of this one. Okay. Then I go first. Alright, so I think I'll choose the number 5. Put it here, but I'm using a blood bag to change it into a yellow. So I'm using the 5, and then I'll put an exclamation point on it. AI would choose the yellow 1, but I don't think it can go anywhere at this point. So I think I'll have to choose the number 2. But again, nowhere to put it. So I think it will have to choose my die in the end. So it's gonna put it here. And it's gonna get the exclamation point on it. Yeah, so it gets a little tougher towards the end of the game when the AI runs out of places to put the die. Alright. AI is going to choose the green 4. It's going to go here. Oh, did I not even realize that this ward didn't even get filled out yet? Oops. Hopefully I didn't mess any of that up. But yeah, I could have put something here. Anyway, it's going to also get the nurse. And then I will I'll use the red 6 and gain 2 stethoscopes. I'll choose the green 4 and use the exclamation point. AI will choose the red 1, but I don't think it can go anywhere. And then we'll choose the 5, the yellow 5, and put it here. And it's going to gain 2 stethoscopes. It's going to choose the green 1. It can't go anywhere. It's going to instead choose the 2 red, which also can't go anywhere. So it's going to choose the 6 yellow, and the first spot this yellow can go is here. Number 6 is going to cross out the nurse, gain that. So right now it's at 35 points, but what's interesting is if it exceeds this track, it doesn't get any nurse bonus at the end of the game. So that's something to note. So I have green 1 or a red 2 to choose from. I might need to use a blood bag because I don't want anything in the morgue. If I can't place anything, I have to circle a morgue and lose a point during scoring. So I'm gonna have to change the color, I think, of something and try to use it. So I'm gonna use a blood bag and change the 1 into a yellow. Put a 1 there and gain 2 stethoscopes. At this point, I do want higher numbers, but luckily this is pretty good. I'm going to choose the 2 green and put it in the gray box here, and then I'll circle this number so that I could continue with higher numbers there. So I chose the 2, So AI has the 1 red, which I don't think it can use. So it's going to choose the 3 yellow, and it has 2 stethoscopes, so it could make it into at most a 5, which doesn't help. So it's going to possibly have to choose my die, which is a green 2. I don't think any of these would work. So at that point, if AlleyCat cannot legally admit any of the patient dice using any of the steps above, AlleyCat simply chooses the lowest available patient die and circles a space in the morgue. So the circle is for space in the morgue. Okay. Alright, let's see here. So choose the yellow 1, but let's see if it can place it. Nope. We'll choose the green 3. Which could be potentially be a 5 if I use 2 stethoscopes. So we'll go here, the number 5. So also gain a blood bag. And then for me, on my turn, I'm going to choose the red 6. Guess I'll go right here, and it will be a screen action, so I'll circle that 6 so I don't trap myself. And we're just about done with this game, unfortunately. I'm gonna choose the green 6 to complete this ward, and I get to put an exclamation point on it. The AI is going to start with the 3 yellow and see if that can go anywhere. Doesn't look like it. And then we have the 4 red. Yep. Nothing there. And then we have, they can use the 6. So let's see, green 6 can definitely go somewhere. I'll put it here. And they will get an exclamation point on that. Alright, so the AlleyCat will go. And it's going to choose the 1 yellow, which won't be doing anything. The green 2 also won't be doing much. And then the 3, which can't do anything. So it's just going to... oh, there is a final turn special action. It says, on the final turn of the game only, if AlleyCat could choose a die and legally place it to fill the last empty space in a ward, it will always choose that die and ignore all of its usual protocols. Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't think it can right now, so I'm gonna have to circle a... I wasn't sure if that ruling would affect the morgue, but it's gonna do that. And then that's the end of the game. So all the ambulances have been used, and now we get to do some scoring. So let's see. I get 3 points per longest adjacent number. I didn't pay attention to this at all, and I think it's just the 6s. So 3, 6, 9. I get 9 points. And then this I get 2 for a 4, 5, or 6 surrounding this. So it's 2, 4, 6. I just get 6. So 9 plus 6 is 15. Exclamation points, I'll add up those values. So I have a 2, so 6, 10, 16, 21. Let me recount that. So that's 11, 15, 19, 21. Okay. And then the nurses station, I have 9 points circled. That's the highest number. I didn't get any of the oh, hold on. I may have misunderstood the specific icons here for scoring. Let me just grab this. Filled wards. Okay. Okay, let's start over with the scoring. Let me start the scoring over. Okay, so this is the completed wards. So I completed this one, so I get 5. I completed this one, this, and this one. So 4, 6, 10, 18 is 23. I got 23 points for rewards. Exclamation points. Oh, I counted that already, but let's double check, triple check, I guess. That's 11, 15, 19, 21. Got that. Now nurses, I have the 9. And then the cardiologist I couldn't get because unfortunately the AI got it. So it got 5 and 5. That's where I'll put it. And then this I get 2, 4, 6. And then for the epidemiologist I get 3, 6, 9. And then the morgue, I don't have to change anything there. And my total score would be, let me grab my calculator real quick. So that's 23 plus 21 plus 9 plus 6 plus 9 is 68. All right, let's see what the alley cat got. So in terms of completed wards, it's going to be 5 plus 6 is 11 plus 4 is 15. Exclamation points, there's 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus 5 is 13. Plus 6 is 19. Let's double check that. So this is 11 plus 2 is 13. 5 is 18. Plus 1 is 19. And then nurses, this has 35 points, which is incredible. And it has a 6. Actually, for this one, it gains 8 points no matter what. So it says solo, so that means Alley Cat gains 8. And then for the epidemiologist, it gains 9 points no matter what. And then it subtracts -2 for the morgue. So let's take a look at what AI got. It got 94 points. So definitely won. It's the winner in this game. The nurses station definitely bumped its score very, very high. But I also could have probably scored higher if I paid attention to where the numbers were linked. Maybe if I had more, a longer stretch than just 3 numbers. But this was my first full playthrough of the solo version of the game. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was somewhat easy to follow. I did go over most of the rules as we played during the game, but if you have questions, let me know. I might be doing more of these types of playthroughs in the future, so feel free to subscribe or bookmark my channel, and then you can check out my videos periodically. I do post every Wednesday. It might be an unboxing or a playthrough, but I do try to post consistently on Wednesdays. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.